Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Top 10 Worst Fictional Friends. This is by the homie DD Conway. Hey, man, make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. Run the likes up, the views up, the comments up, the subscribers up over there on his channel. You already know they show that love over here. We're going to show that love back. And without further ado, let's get right into it, though.
Watching fictional friends' relationships in movies and television tends to bring out emotion in many of us because we can relate, especially when said relationships being watched are indeed toxic one-sided friendships that will make you ask one question: why are they even friends?
How many of us have them friends?
I'm DD Conway, and in this countdown we'll look at some of the worst friends and trash friendship dynamics. In the comments below, let me know what you think belongs on the next list. Let's get it.
Smoking grits and selling chickens, call that painted living. It's Gucci. Lemons on the chain with the V-cuts. Lemons on the...
And we'll start this one off with what I consider one of the dumbest fucking betrayals in a hood movie. Coming in at number 10 is the character Sonny from the movie You Got Served.
Sonny sold us out.
Fuck Sonny. Fuck Sonny. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck Sonny.
I like the way you bag, boy.
Sonny look like an ill pit bull. What's up, man? Scrappy dude looking at nigga. This man sold the whole dance team out for no reason, bruh. I know black millennials, when we watched this movie and you seen it for the first time, you probably was mad as hell. Damn near wanted to jump through the scene and found his beef-flavored zebra cake eating ass.
Nigga, run that fade. Win, lose, or draw.
You
like Pokemon, I gotta catch them all.
See, Sonny was a terrible friend because nothing bad enough happened for this man to give away a whole dance routine to the ops for 15 seconds of fame and barely be heard of again after that.
Exactly.
This little braids, big shirt ass nigga sold the brothers out for 15 seconds of sea walking and some credit from Massa.
Massa gonna love us.
And they still put your Rosa Parks looking ass at the back of the bus.
Cut that bitch off!
This next one on the list is one of the greatest cartoons of all time, but the trash friendship dynamic they have is what helped ensure that they get a spot on this list.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 9 is the Proud Family.
Turn that back on. I was watching that.
Lying bitch.
Watching this knowing that the show protagonist Penny Proud is just a cartoon Moesha. She's really just a mix of all the good of Brianna from 101 and all the negativity of Moesha's superiority complex. I call her reverse Moesha because she actually cared more about her friends than only being cool with them because she felt like they were beneath her. But the hating shit did start when they were better than her at something.
Oh, so if you help a friend and they do better than you in something, then they're not really your friend.
Exactly. You just hating, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no paper, ain't never gonna have no bitches.
But in my honest opinion, nothing Penny did warranted how they treated her. And we can start with La Cienega Boulevardes.
Whoa now!
Size 17 back there, B-Nard.
Girl can outswim Michael Phelps. Take your malnourished beaver looking ass on. Damn, her feet big. Need a size 17 Bernard. But for real, many would describe her as a frenemy of the group.
Fuck that shit!
And that's exactly right. I don't believe in frenemies. Ain't no toting the line, ho. You either a friend or you my enemy.
Facts.
La Cienega never fucked with Penny and let her know that from day one. And she always had insults for her for no reason.
Your forehead is way bigger than hers.
Damn, I got a big ass head.
She's done everything from try to take Penny man to La Cienega's house being messed up and they had to move in with Penny's family. And even through all that, she still talks shit. If we frenemies and my family extend their house to you in your time of hardship and you still talking slick at the mouth to me after that, at that point, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have put hands on you at that point. Cause ain't no point in us being frenemies at this point. That should be something that brings y'all closer. If it was me, I truly would never be cool with that person again.
I wanna see you, talk to you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing, man.
Then we got the stream being built young fuglass young nigga herself, Zoe.
Morning, Snowflake.
She wasn't a real friend, just a nerd who tried to fit in with whoever would give her the attention. And if she could cancel Penny as a friend For her come up, she would, because she was never used to having any type of clout, any type of attention. And people like that tend to do whatever they can for it. Even if that means, hey, let me move to a bigger scale of having clout and let me leave these little folks behind. If she could have done that, she most definitely would have did it to Penny.
Cancel that bitch.
Facts.
Then we had the friend your mama and them always try to warn you about.
You don't need them anyway. Especially that little Dijon girl. She's faker than your fake friend.
And Dejanay.
Baby, I would never cheat on you. Now come here. I'm gonna show you what kissing is all about.
Show me what that mouth do. Show me what that mouth do.
Dejanay is the fakest of them all because she's two-faced as hell. One minute she acting like she your best friend, and the next minute she spreading rumors about you to the whole school.
You didn't hear from me, but this past Saturday night, Penny Forehead Proud was locked in a room with Myron Lewinsky at a rowdy sleepover.
I hate this bitch.
These hoes wishy-washy. Dejanay built like she guzzled Hennessy by the gallons while smoking unfreaked Black and Miles. Take your Miss Pearly looking ass on. And if that's not enough, she'll end up proving time and time again why Penny should have listened to her folks and stopped being cool with the girl. Dejanay had about 60 fucking siblings, and she dumped all of them off on Penny to go to a concert that they wasn't even really supposed to go to. She ditched her to go with the other friends.
Dejanay's coming back in a few minutes. Dang, where is she? Oh, she's not coming back.
Left her with the real Bebe's kids, bruh.
Baby's kids?
Yeah, we don't dog, we
Multiply.
Now see, look, I could write a book on her, but I'll save that for another countdown, another list for in-depth detail. But she's the friend that's envious as hell deep down. Mask it with a smile. She's a friend that every now and then will slip up and laugh at your pain, and you'll look at it sideways. You thinking she a ride or die, but she doing just enough to never make you question her too much and keep you around.
Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said
Don't ask. No questions.
The whole time when you up, they jealous, wishing you were down, but hide that shit with a smile. She's a friend your mama and them tell you about, and you didn't want to listen. And she is the reason why, to this day, you've never not listened to your folks when it comes to them telling you who's fake and who isn't. A terrible friend like Dejanay was many of our learning lessons into fake friends.
What is a trash fictional friend list without one of the most problematic characters to ever touch a screen? If you make a list like this and this character doesn't make your list, then it's trash. Because coming in at number 8 is the Dookie Braid connoisseur herself, Moesha.
Hoisha.
bitch what?
Moesha is culturally one of the best
Moesha is the worst. Shout out to Brandy. Brandy cool, but Moesha, fuck Moesha.
shows of our time. And you watched this years ago just to wonder how her friends even remained her friends, because in real life, nobody would be giving her nearly that many chances. So let's talk about at least 2 reasons this motherfucker is terrible. Because I'll be real with you. One of these reasons, I don't know where I was, bro. I must have cut the TV off or just didn't grasp totally what was happening. But the first reason we're going to talk about is her treatment of Kim, specifically them fat jokes.
Cancer or solve world hunger. Oh, but not unless your booty goes on a diet.
You fat bitch. I don't give a damn who don't like this. Moesha was a real wicked bitch. She was trifling as hell for all them fat jokes she gave to Kim. And she had a nigga believing Kim used to put chicken grease on like cologne, boy. Whole time, she wasn't even that big to be getting them fat jokes like that. But when you dealing with the Wicked Witch of Los Angeles, that's the type of hating shit that happens.
Yep.
Many of us would never be friends with people that, when we joke, your jokes feel like they being extra personal, like you trying to cut extra deep. Pause. Like, jokes are jokes, but I do feel like certain shit is off limits. And how you joke about it lets me know your true intentions. Moesha's was ill because she could not be getting her way, then boom, fat joke to Kim for no reason. You fat bitch. Or Kim could say some light shit, a light insult, and you go straight for the fat joke. Like, the shit that she said to you versus what you said back don't really match up.
Cut that bitch off.
Number 2 reason why I think she's a bad friend, and I don't know where I was during this episode, but bruh, rewatching Moesha, rewatching a lot of shows from back then, when you able to look at them from a different perspective, it's like, damn, you realize some of these people really just shitty characters. Like, if they was real people, they would be real shitty people in real life. But number 2 as to why I feel like she's a bad friend is because she can't hold water for shit, causing her to never mind a business that pay her, which led to unnecessary situations, like outing one of her best friend's cousins.
Why did you do that?
Omar, look, I didn't say that you were anything, you know. I thought you were, and apparently I was mistaken, and I'm sorry.
Bitch, please. Now, was Brett gay?
Tracy? Well, I know you're not just gonna sit there. Boy, give me a hug.
Shit.
That boy gay as hell.
Man, that ain't even our business. It was dead ass wrong because she outed bruh, and bruh may not have been ready. But the bigger picture of this shit, and my point is, you did this to one of your best friends' family members. This ain't just somebody off the street, G. My parents raised me to stay in my business and not to be in other folks.
You need to get the fuck out of my business, nigga. Hey.
They also said sometimes in life you gonna see shit that may or may not have been for your eyes. Just understand that some things you don't have to say shit about. You can easily just go about your business, because gossiping to a bunch of different people and spreading rumors to a bunch of different people can put you in an unnecessary situation that you don't have to be in. I'm not into telling folk business, so I don't want nobody in minds, to be real. Moesha should have asked herself one question. How does telling this information benefit me? Because it definitely hurt by putting one of the realest people on her team in Hakeem in an awkward-ass position. Really, both Hakeem and his cousin.
It was, because you don't know nothing about Omar.
That boy gay as hell.
This man was about to blow a gasket. Ding-a-ling head ass nigga. But for real, bro. Another perspective I want y'all to see. This was the 90s, bro. We in 2025. Times weren't nearly as free as they are now. Nigga can walk down the street in some booty shorts. Nigga ain't gonna say shit to him. They might yell for him. Back then, nigga might throw a brick at your ass. Ain't even trying to be green and saying that, bro. But again, times weren't as free. So to me, her gossiping about it, you talking about it at school, it's school. It's going to spread like wildfire and probably end up being 2, 3, 4, 5 different narratives by the time it get back to several different people, especially to the person it's about.
No, for real though, that was trifling what she did right there. That was super trifling. You don't know, you can't confirm. I mean, the signs were there, but that ain't your business to be spreading though. See, fuck Moesha.
I think it was irresponsible because you could have caused tension between Hakeem if he was somebody that was overly aggressive about the next man's sexuality. You could have caused tension for just his cousin going around that school having to be around men. Like, that's a very irresponsible thing. I think when it comes to stuff like that, bro, if it's not affecting you, just go about your business. Because although there are people out there that don't care, because although, like me personally, I'm not somebody that would care about the next person's sexuality, it ain't my business. There are some people that get overly aggressive about that shit to the point where it's like, all right, G, you might be gay.
Right.
I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, bro. Them type of people just be dangerous. And then it's just some people that's overly aggressive about it in general. Like, bro, you shouldn't be that mad. If that's what bro want to do, let him do that. You expose him to that group of people as well. It's just all around unnecessary drama, unnecessary tension that doesn't have to be had. And you caused it amongst your friend and his family. It's a terrible friend.
Cut that bitch off!
Coming up next, we'll talk about a woman who's fade little as hell, but is still better than that young nigga from South Central.
We down, Ray.
And her drawers big as hell, too.
Big ass drawers.
The person I'm talking about is Ebony from the Players Club. And when we think of friends, many of people's first friend in life tends to be a cousin. And to me, a cousin is like an extension of a friend. You'll end up telling them and discussing things with them that you won't even discuss with your immediate family. However, that's not reality all the time. Said cousin can totally fuck you over because they aren't exempt from it. Ebony is a perfect example of this.
Don't you think you may want to put some clothes on?
For what? Lance? He ain't nobody.
God damn, get your big drawers ass on.
Big ass drawers.
But that ass was fat, dude. I ain't going there. But hey. She had that. Yeah. Hey, she had that on though. She was yeah.
Parachute Buddha ass nigga. Slide them hoes back to your granny. This scene alone is part of the reason Ebony the Savage made this list. Because in the process of growing up, she proved to be a terrible friend along the way. And was rebellious as hell because she was green as hell. And she just ended up facing some mean ass karma.
Pow, right in the kitchen.
Her little fade ass deserved every bit of that punch. Applejack, cinnamon stick man looking at nigga. You have to be a cold motherfucker to fuck your cousin boyfriend, and she letting you stay in the house basically doing everything for you. Ebony did a lot of bullshit because she was young, yes. But even in the process of growing up, some things just shouldn't happen. To someone that's green in life or ignorant, they have to learn. And sometimes in that process of finding out who they are can mean a lot of terrible shit happens along that journey. It's easy to give Ebony some grace because she was going through a phase where she had to learn fat meat is greasy, boy. For real. She learned the hard way multiple times because she crossed the line multiple times. But I still just kind of blame it on her being young. You can be as rebellious as you want to. You can be rebellious 1,000 different ways, but being rebellious, man, and reckless with that mook is crazy behavior. Coochie. For some of y'all that don't realize that's what that means. And truthfully, Ebony brings me to my next one on this countdown. A very similar situation of a cousin being messy and messing with another woman's man. Specifically in this case,
Oh, girl from Soul Food.
coming in at number 6 is Cousin Faith.
Yep.
From the movie
I
Soul
do it.
Food.
I do it.
The same concept
I
of a
do it.
cousin is how I feel about Faith. And I want to reiterate, a cousin is like a friend. Cousin Faith was a diabolical, grown-ass cousin who knew what she was doing, was in her right mind, was grown as hell to know the impact of her actions. If we being honest, when the conversation comes up of who was worse, Ebony or Cousin Faith, dog, I'm always picking Cousin Faith. But real quick, stop. In the comments below, right now, when you hear this, put who you think is the worst character. Who is the worst cousin?
Faith.
Is it Cousin Faith or is it Cousin Ebony? Now, yes, they both were messed up individuals, but Ebony was young and reckless, and that doesn't excuse said behavior, but to me, she did what a lost, misguided young person would do and have surface level thinking. People that's trying to help you, you kind of against them and in competition with them because you may want the things that they want and may not fully understand life. That doesn't mean that Ebony didn't know this shit was wrong. Ebony was just flat out ignorant. She could do XYZ thinking it's going to bring her ABC and then have to learn that shit not finna happen at all, which is what she ended up doing in the end. You realizing all this shit that you done did, like you knew it was wrong, bro, but you knew it was wrong from a surface level. You had to learn and get your ass burnt a couple times to know like, oh, fuck, this was bad. And we know some people like that in life, whereas you may have been extra smart in life. You may have known and picked up different things. There are some people on this earth, bro, that, ain't for lack of a better word, be slow as hell.
I'm retarded?
She was fast as hell and out to prove a point and rebel.
Yo, daddy, I suck your big black dick for $2.
Hey, yo.
Ebony was just an ignorant
Meet
young
me around
nigga.
the corner.
Cousin Faith was truly a diabolical meat stretcher, bro. Dog, she showed up to that man Miles' place of business. She showed up to his music gig. Made sure to put out the bait that would end Terry's marriage for good. And we know that they was already on the rocks with shit. We already know it was kind of going down the drain anyway. But any chance of them, doing better, definitely went out the window with Cousin Faith being a Jezebel.
I need to fuck something bad. I got some pressure built up. Roar.
Man, cousin Faith ain't have shit on Little Caesars, bro. Coochie hot and ready. Faith did the most, and she knew better, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You know the difference between somebody that actually knows better, bro, and somebody that's just dumbass, bro. You just ignorant. She knew what she was doing. She flirted with Miles' Vaseline covered rat looking ass. Faith had a history of doing messed up stuff to her family, and Ebony had a history of being a hoe. To me, Faith was more calculated versus somebody that's 18 years old, fresh out of high school type shit. Like, that's a whole different ball game. Like, they both wrong, bro, but one's ignorant to life, doing shit to rebel. The other one knows about life, is abreast of all these different things that are going on, and still chose to be a fuck nigga. I mean, if we being real, they both were some real tube steak eaters. Faith and Ebony were OG hoochies. They were dead wrong for what they did. I'm just saying, it's easier to give that young person and that you know is naive a little bit more grace than someone who knows more about life and knew what they was doing. I seen something where somebody said that Miles and Faith it just kind of happened. Man, take that garbage ass shit on, cause she had a big ass shirt on. Come on, bro. Big ass shirt. She walked into that man. If you wear a big ass shirt like that, you want them to figure out what's up under it, bro. The next group of friends on here is one of the worst friend groups of all time, and they come from one of the few Tyler Perry movies that I consider good. Coming in at number 5 is the friend group from Why Did I Get Married? And off top,
Off the bat. Mike, don't go telling secrets, man. No. Come on, Marcus. Y'all talking about me? You put my secret out there. Let's put everybody's secret on the table, shall we?
Mike belong in a toilet, walking, human, dookie turd looking at nigga. Mike was the worst kind of friend. Damn the relationship he had with his wife, Sheila. Bruh got snitched on for cheating and decided to be a true bitch-ass nigga and air every one of his friends' business out at the table.
Y'all be safe. You know 12 out here. You know 12 out here.
Terrible friend, bro. Type of hoe-ass nigga your mama raised. You sunk the whole ship when you should have just went down by yourself. I don't even understand how they made it to a part 2 to even still continue to talking to this booty-head-ass nigga. But Mike ain't the only one, because Patricia and Diane, both of y'all bubonic, backwoods, smoking-ass niggas are some of the worst friends, period. Once they put 2 and 2 together that Sheila was being cheated on, they shouldn't have let her come up that mountain by herself. And even if they couldn't get in touch with her, the minute that she stepped foot in that door, they should have spoken up. Now, Angela was the realest one. She wanted to say something from the jump.
Oh, I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of it. The reason she can't go with this man or any other man is because she's sleeping with yours, Sheila.
Don't get mad. I'll take your bitch, nigga.
But of course, Patricia and Diane, twin exotic lemur looking asses, chose the whole route and wanted to tell Sheila after the fact of the trip in the name of having a good time. And to be honest, because they knew they had shit in their closet. Once you start doing shit like that, then all the secrets come out. They knew what type of friend Angela was, and they knew Angela would air it out in the name of her relationship being on the line. She didn't give a fuck. So part of the reason they sitting there looking stupid and didn't want people to say nothing is because they knew they had their own shit going on in the closet. I think the craziest part about it is, well, I say this, in life, we've all come across somebody that was oblivious as hell to stuff. Whether they ended up being your friend, brother, sister, cousin, whatever it was. You can always tell that person might be the person that shit just clicks with them later. And Sheila was one of them people, bro. So y'all had this lady sitting at the table with the side bitch going off a hope and a prayer that Angela ass won't say a thing.
Agreed. No, I don't like her. Good thing I brought my Vaseline and sneakers.
What I know?
Ultimately, Angela ended up telling, and I think she proved to be the realest friend. And I say that because Diane and Patricia weren't real friends because of the suppression of the truth. And you only suppressed the truth because you didn't want your truth to come out.
Message.
If y'all had friends in this situation and they did you like this, you damn near wouldn't talk to them no more, bro. Or your conversation with them wouldn't be the same knowing that they did that shit, knowing that they didn't keep it real and tell you that shit before you even walked in the door or as soon as you walked in the door. Cut that shit off.
Cut that bitch off.
Coming in at number 4 is a movie that's full of real villains. Seemed like they had a really fucked up friend dynamic, and we got to watch all the mess that follows them. Coming in at number 4 is Harper and Mia from The Best Man.
Oh, God.
A long time ago.
Oh, God. By far, the worst friend group to have. Worst dynamic of friends. Right here. Diabolical ass group of friends.
Mia slept with your best man.
Chill out, dude.
Okay, that's
First off, they both was wrong for engaging in intercourse with each other. Y'all had that man crying on the stand, knowing his best friend was giving his wife glorious back shots. It's nasty work.
There. Upon your angelic face.
I want to fuck some.
That man was not crying because he was happy. He was crying because he's imagining his best friend being knee deep in his fiance. But for real, Mia was a terrible friend. I don't care what anyone says. The decision to get her revenge on Lance and let Harper hit that ass ruined that whole friendship dynamic up until her death. Two wrongs don't make a right. But for this, I'm going to say she wasn't wrong for getting her get back. She was wrong because she did it within her friend group where everyone was close. Regardless of how info got out, they would have found out regardless and eventually have to pick a side or deal with the awkward ass interactions they would have. When you make a decision like that, you have to be able to live with the outcome. And it shouldn't be a surface level decision. She would even go on to apologize later to Lance because she didn't realize the magnitude of how it would affect them all. Obviously, she apologized for him, but she didn't realize it was going to be this bad. She wanted Lance and Harper to be close, but drove a wedge between them. I also feel like she knew her friend Jordan might have liked Harper, and she still let Brooke get in them guts. In real life, Mia would have lost a couple friends.
Man, back in the day, your wife was something the meanest.
Then we have to talk about the worst one of them all, Harper. This Section 8 keep sweat looking at that nigga was the most diabolical nigga in movie history at one point. Not only did he hit his best friend fiance, that man put it in a book so everyone can read about it. And rightfully got his ass whooped.
That was the dumbest shit. Why would you put it in a book? Why would you express that? That's just something y'all just have to talk about in private, bro. Some shit you can take to the grave, bro. It ain't gonna hurt, bro. You might have to talk to God about that when you get to them pearly great gates, but it's okay to let some shit. It's okay to take some shit to the grave, bro.
Forward.
Go ahead throwing all that. Listen, no, he's right. Just listen to you. Shut the fuck up! Okay.
My office hours are from...
That one decision will forever be on my list of what the fuck decisions in a movie. So much thinking had to go into that book. And bro wasn't smart about it at all. This man put that shit in there with enough detail for everyone in the friend group to put two and two together. This had to be an ego type of decision because it makes zero sense. Buddy risked his life and all his friendships for nothing. It's embarrassing for everyone involved. And once again puts everyone in that friend group in an awkward ass position. Harper was not a friend. You can apologize, but that's not a decision that you made. That's a mistake. The man broke an ultimate bro code in a big way that I feel in real life would have made Lance eventually make Mia pick between loving him and being friends with Harper. Them two wouldn't have coexisted in real life. That's how I feel. Coming in at number 3 is Smokey from the movie Friday. And Friday is one of the greatest movies of all time. It can fall into the category of comedy or stoner classic. To me, it's legendary either which angle that you look at it from. But getting older, and the more and more I watch it every year, the more and more I have to say Smokey is the real villain and one of the worst friends.
You walk up and down the street all day playing. He ain't
He
playing.
playing all his money.
Whoa. Wait a minute, ho. What's this? You know my money's supposed to be folded, not rolled it, bitch.
And I have to start off with one of the most obvious reasons why he's one of the worst friends. He almost got that boy Craig killed over a sack of weed his ass wasn't trying to really get off like he was supposed to. Smokey eat crayons and get special strength when you take his favorite toy away. Gilbert Grape little brother looking at nigga.
I want hot dogs, Mom.
Smokey is the type of friend that your mama warn you about getting in the car with because you never know what kind of shit they got going on or what's in that car that could get you in some shit. He's the same friend that when you get your first car, your mama and them give you that long-ass car speech, indirectly talking about him, saying, hey, watch who you let in your car. Everybody don't need to be in there. I think when it came to that situation, Smokey should have just taken his L. Like, yeah, you did let Craig smoke out of it with you, bro, but Craig ain't know all that shit. Craig went into this shit like you was. You was supposed to take your L, never even mention Craig, never even mention that he smoked a blunt because bro don't know what the fuck going on. But instead of doing that, you put his name in it. Now he damn near finna be killed too. Reason number 2 as to why I think Smokey's a bad friend. Bro, your homie was going up against the final boss himself. Debo, the Mega Niggatron himself. Ain't no way it's a fair fight fighting a dude like this. And I know some of y'all gonna say otherwise. Bro, I don't care. We would have had somebody run full speed, Superman punch this man, and everybody getting on his ass. The hood bully ain't catching no fair fade. He can catch we put Mike Vick behind a gun, catch a bullet, or he getting his ass jumped. Ain't no way around it. Debo was a nigga form of Thanos, and Smokey should have helped, bro. I'm not giving the hood menace no fair fight at all because he been a menace this whole time and he ain't been fair. So fuck all that. Smokey should have been the first one to jump in. That's like trying to go catch a fade with O-Dog. You know it's not finna end. You know it's not finna end with a fade, bro. Somebody pulling something out. Coming in at number 2 is one of the worst friends of all time in Captain America. Now, I know some people gonna argue with this, but I don't care. Captain America was dead ass wrong for not telling Iron Man that Bucky the Winter Soldier was actually the one that put his parents in the pack, and is the reason why Tony misses his parents.
Really miss my nigga. White people.
Bucky was under mind control from Hydra, so no, it's not entirely his fault. But Captain America and Iron Man became somewhat of friends. Cap knew how Tony felt about his parents. Cap will also find out his best friend is the one that killed Tony's parents. He holds on to said information for a good little minute, thinking he's sparing Tony. But to me, that only ensured that when Tony found out, it was on site immediately. To me, it's a situation where you sit that person down and you tell them immediately, not let the enemy tell them. Because once the enemy tell, it's immediately no talking. All the time that he had to have possibly sat this man down and told him, and then you Captain America, bro, you can monitor this situation. But I just felt like he had enough time to sit Tony down and tell him, and bro just didn't do that shit. It was going to be bad regardless. By you not telling, it just looks like you picked the side. Finally coming in at number 1 is arguably the most selfish and manipulative motherfucker on this countdown. His character will exploit all his friends for his benefits. His desires and needs come second to none, and the young pasty parasite ass nigga himself had zero morals. Coming in at number 1 is Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. And what makes him number 1 is, again, bruh had zero regard for his friends. He would screw one of them over, apologize, rotate to the next friend, do all that shit over again.
Cut that bitch off.
Smoking grits and
Alrighty, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Shout out to the homie DD Conway, most definitely. Some of the worst. Hey, nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Ain't nothing topping The Best Man. That friend group is terrible. Harper is the worst of the worst, nigga. Why would you write a book of it? Why would you write a book admitting that you slept with your best friend's soon-to-be wife? That shit was fucking wild. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video. Shout out to the homie DD Conway. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.